Mainit na balita mga kaboses ng masa. Usap-usapin nga ngayon sa mundo ng social media ang matapang na isiniwalat ni dating hepe ng Bacolod City Police Office, Jove Espinito. Ang kanyang sagot kay Congressman Romeo Abante Acop kaugnay sa isyu ng umunoy bias na paglilitis laban sa kanya. Ayon kay Espinido, hindi patas ang naging proseso ng investigasyon at paglilitis na isinagawa ng Kongreso. At aniya, tila may pagkiling ang ilang miyembro ng committee. Sa kanyang pahayag, binatikos ni Espinido ang naging pagtrato sa kanya sa gitna ng mga pagdinig. Aniya, pinapaniwalaan niya na may mga politiko na nais siyang siraan at pabagsakin sa pamamagitan ng maling impormasyon at mga walang basehang akusasyon. Pinagtanggol niya ang kanyang sarili, sinabing wala siyang kinalaman sa mga paratang at na siya ay biktima lamang ng politikang laban sa kanyang mga naging aksyon kontra ilegal na droga. Sa kabila ng mga kontrobersiya na ito, nananatiling determinado si Espinido na ipaglaban ang kanyang pangalan at reputasyon. Hindi niya ang patas at pangkatarungang pagtrato mula sa mga mambabatas at ang pagsisiyasat ng katotohanan sa likod ng mga isyu. Binigyang diin din niya na hindi siya makikipagtulungan sa anumang lehitimong investigasyon upang maipakita ang kanyang pagiging inosente at mapatunayan ang mga akusasyon laban sa kanya ay walang katotohanan. At heto nga ang balitang ating pagkakatutukan. Ngunit bago ang lahat ay manatiling mag-subscribe at i-click ang notification bell para sa patuloy na pagtutok sa mga bagong balita sa Boses ng Masa.
Good afternoon, it's Lebron, sir. And for me, very appreciated naman, sir, ang committee na to because napapakita lang natin sa lahat na may batas. But,
sagutin mo muna yung tanong ko before you appreciate this committee.
Talk about, sir,
Kilala mo naman ako, di ba?
Yes, sir.
Oo. And I'm not going to belabor my time in this committee if I do not believe in this advocacy. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Now, you say you're a Christian.
Yes, sir.
Am I right?
Yes, sir.
You always give me verses. Binano niya ako. Sabi daw. Hindi, sabi niya, kailan ka raw naging Kristiyano?
Matagal since, sir.
Matagal na raw. Kailan?
Pagkakilala naman sa Panginoon, sir, since nagkataon na nakakilala ko ang Panginoon, sir, ng pagka...
When did you receive the Lord into your heart? When was that?
I think, sir, mga first grade 2 or grade 3.
Therefore, you're not going to lie in this committee, am I right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, naniniwala ka ba na mayroong human rights violation nangyari in the past administration?
Yes, sir. I am a law enforcer, sir. I'm not really see or to hear na mag-decision ako kung mayroon o wala, sir.
I'm not asking you to make a decision. I'm asking you kung naniniwala ka mayroong human rights violations dito.
As far as yung narinig naman natin, sir.
You're a believer of the Lord Jesus and then you're going to lie to me?
No.
Wala na akong pwedeng sa iyo. Huwag ka na mag-text sa akin ng Bible verses.
No, sir. No. Hindi naman sa ganun, sir.
Sagutin mo ako, Colonel.
There must be, sir. There must be.
So, because bago ito, believe ako sa iyo. Okay? Sagutin mo na ako ngayon. Naniniwala ka ba na mayroong human rights violations nangyari in the past administration?
Mayroon, sir.
Meron. Okay, good. Salamat.
Yes, sir.
Oo. That's it. Ikaw, naniniwala ka?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ilan napatay mo?
Wala pa po, Your Honor.
Bakit di ka makasagot agad? Makasagot agad. Where are you assigned right now?
At the Davao City Police Office, Your Honor.
Davao City Police Office.
Yes, Your Honor.
Kasi pinatawag ka dito because you were involved. You were actually involved in the killing of these thousands. You were actually involved. Hindi ka pinatawag dito kung hindi ka nag-i-involve. Alright? So, can you tell me about that? Tell the committee. Were you involved in some cases in this in this Tokhang operation? Were you involved?
May mga legitimate operation po kami, Your Honor.
I'm not saying it's illegitimate. What I'm saying is, were you involved in any Tokhang operation?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, you were. You were also involved in the double barrel. Kasi hindi ko alam yun eh. Sasabi ni Congressman Akop eh.
Yes, Your Honor.
Meron kayong involvement sa big time. Ano yun? One time, big time. Involved ka rin doon.
Yes, Your Honor.
Where did you get the order to be involved? From whom?
In my superior, Your Honor.
Therefore, the Philippine National Police Brass, makikita po ninyo rito, I think that the commanders in every provinces or cities are doing their part without the leadership consent on this. Without leadership order on this. Oh, kaya natin iimbitahan dito si former President Duterte, because kami, narinig namin ang testimony ng mga biktima natin dito. May mistaken identity, may minor de edad, may driver lang dyan, nadama yan. Alright? May user, napatay. Okay. Ako naniniwala ako, dapat ang mga pusher, arestuhin yan. Dapat yan, kasuhan yan. Pero hindi dapat patayin yan. Tama ako, Colonel Espinito?
Yes, sir.
Oh.
Tama, sir.
You see that? Pero maraming napatay. More than 7,000 drug pushers nakalagay dito. Were killed. 440 users were killed. Yun po ang naging problema ng past administration. Kaya natin inibitahan si former President Duterte is not to accuse him. I'm not accusing him of anything. Pero I want him to face the victims, and I want the victims to tell the story of what happened to them, to the former president. Because I know this to be true. He did not know what was happening in the ground. Being president, he gave the order to kill, but he didn't know what was happening in the ground. Tama ba ako? Am I right? So, inimbitahan po namin dito. Never to accuse him, but for him to hear the testimony of the victims. Ganun lang po. So,
yes, Mr. Chair.
Congressman Rosas,
Yes, Mr. Chair, since meron po siyang mga explanation regarding sa kanyang no. So dapat former president ay mag-explain din yung mga ginawa niyang matrix, 'di ba? Meron siya noon. Sinow niya 'yon nung time na 'yon. Plus yung mga lists, drug lists na walang legal framework, gusto natin malaman at maintindihan. So he should explain, Mr. Chair. 'Yun yung gusto natin malaman dito. Katulad din po ng panawagan natin para sa accountability kay Senator De La Rosa. Kung talagang patapang siya na hinaharap yung mga akusasyon sa kanya dito, dapat po sagutin niya yon, Mr. Chair.
I'm hoping and praying that they will come and join us in the committee hearing. Oo. Colonel Busita.
Other concern, Mr. Chair?
You have a question to ask?
No. For the PNP, other issue.
Go
Mr.
ahead.
Chair, before we leave these people, may I ask some questions?
Would you...
Kasi other issue yung kanyang kwan eh.
Congressman Akop first?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Okay.
Kayo naman, taga Davao, nasaan na kayo ngayon? Assign.
Davao Norte Police Provincial Office, Your Honor.
PO3 ka?
Yes, Your Honor.
Bakit hindi si SPO2 Pinheiro ang sumasagot? Dahil siya, sa tingin mo, siya ang most ranking sa inyo eh.
Sorry, Your Honor.
Carmen Municipal Police Station, Your Honor, Davao del Norte.
Were you ever assigned in Metro Manila?
I remember, Your Honor, in 2016, Your Honor, from Pro 11 to NCR, Your Honor.
So, ibig sabihin, from PRO 11 in Mindanao, you were reassigned to Metropolitan Manila. Specifically, anong lugar? Anong unit?
Dito yun sa Batasan yun,
Quezon City.
Quezon City yun.
Quezon City. Lahat po kayo?
Kasama ko yun, lahat kami yun.
Now, how many were you, PNCOs that were transferred from Region 11 to NCR?
I remember yun, 8 of us yun.
8.
8 yun.
And your team leader was Colonel Patay.
May superior yun.
Major?
May superior.
Yes, kaya nga siya ang boss ninyo. Kasama niyo siya na-transfer from Mindanao or Region 11 to NCR.
Hindi naman yun, mali, nauna sa honor bago kami.
Kaya nga, sumunod kayo.
Yes, Your Honor.
Tama?
Yes, Your Honor.
So, nauna siya dito sa Quezon City, sumunod po kayo.
Yes, Your Honor, kasi na-orderan kami, Your Honor.
Naintindihan ko naman yun. Kailan kayo nabalik sa Region 11?
Ako, Your Honor, after Quezon City, Your Honor, na-assign ako ng CIDG headquarters, and then
Who was your boss sa CIDG?
shoot ako ng order na napunta ng Region 3, Your Honor, na
Hindi nga.
Sir Patay
Hindi
yung
mo naman ako sinasagot.
Sir Patay, Your Honor.
Sa CIDG.
Pagdating na namin sa Region 3, Your Honor.
Hindi, teka. From Quezon City, na-destino ka ng CIDG
Headquarters, Your Honor.
sa Camp Crame.
Yes, Your Honor. Yun ang order namin, Your Honor.
Yes. Sino ang kasama mong na-assign doon?
Hindi kami sumabay, Your Honor. Siya yung nauna.
Sino?
Yung mga kasama ko, Your Honor.
Sino sila?
Yes, Your Honor.
Nauna sila. Sino ang opisyal na kasama nila na transfer sa CIDG?
During the time, Your Honor, halos nauna lang siya, Your Honor, sa amin.
Sino?
Sir Patay, Your Honor.
So, na-assign din pala sa CIDG.
Yes, Your Honor.
As what?
Regional Director, Your Honor, ng Region 3, Your Honor.
Ginawa siyang Regional Director ng Region 3.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Susumunod din kayo sa CIDG Region 3.
Pagdating namin ng headquarters, Your Honor, may order naman na punta naman kami ng Region 3, Your Honor.
Yeah, hindi naman kayo makakapunta roon na walang orders eh. Di ba?
Yes, Your Honor.
So, lahat din kayo 8 doon din.
Ay, nadagdagan na kami, Your Honor.
Ilan ang nadagdag?
Hindi ko na alam, Your Honor, nakalimutan ko na basta may
Nadagdag sa inyo pero hindi nyo kasama sa Davao.
Parang hindi na yata, Your Honor.
Ganun ba? Kaya hindi mo kilala dahil ang nadagdag, hindi nyo ka nakasama sa Region 11.
Yes, Your Honor. Yung iba, Your Honor.
You agree with him?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes. So, kailan kayo nabalik sa Davao?
Pagkatapos ng sa IDG, Your Honor, na-assign po ako, na-orderan po ako ng Maritime Group, Your Honor, na dito sa Krami.
Sabay-sabay kayo?
Hindi, Your Honor. Iba rin lang yung assignment nila, Your Honor.
Ikaw, saan ka na-assign?
After sa ADG, Your Honor, na lipat po ako sa, Your Honor, sa PSPG, Your Honor.
Police Security Protection Group.
Yes, Your Honor.
Si Madirable.
PSPG din ako, Your Honor.
Ha?
PSPG din ako.
PSPG. So, na-assign kayo sa PSPG. Sino po ang naka-assign na ninyo na VIP?
Wala pa akong VIP time, Your Honor.
So, doon lang kayo sa headquarters na PSPG?
Yes, Your sa Your Honor, Davao, Your Honor.
Sa Region 11 PSPG.
Yes, Your Honor. Pero dito muna sa headquarters, Your Honor.
Yeah. I know. So, nabalik din pala kayo, nabuwag din pala. Because I remember a report, I do not know from kay Attorney Neri or kay Attorney Conti. Ang basa ko doon na there were 10 special teams. Yun ang composed of 15 personnel. Pero ngayon ito, 8. Yan po yung kwan. Thank you, Madam Chair. Mr. Chair.
Okay.
Mr. Chair, before siguro kay
Yeah, go ahead. Go.
habol ko lang, Mr. Chair, kasi nandito yung PCO ASEC and I believe there was a question before to him sa sa PCO, si ASEC, no? This is regarding the 2017 year-end report. So dala niyo po ba yung year-end report? Siguro baka Mr. Chair, ipasubmit natin if ever, at saka baka may gusto siyang sabihin.
Yes, ma'am. Honorable Chair, honorable members. Ma'am, nasubmit po namin kayo ng umaga through email yung ni-request pong 2017 year-end annual accomplishment report ng PCO po. I also have, ma'am, a statement that I was asked to deliver. If I maybe have the indulgence of the chair to read the statement real quick.
Mahaba ba yan, Mr. Chair?
Siguro mga 2 minutes, ma'am. So,
May
basa
sila?
ko lang po, ma'am.
Bago ka magbasa, Mr. Chair,
Ma'am.
hindi, ang question kasi sa inyo last time ay hindi magtugma yung report ng PIDEA, no? At saka yung report ng PCO sa 2017 year-end, kung ilan yung bilang ng mga biktima ng Duterte administration on the war on drugs. Yun, ano?
Sorry, ma'am, I was not apprised of the pending question, but I will relay it to the secretary. However, it is my understanding that the data provided or published in the 2017 annual report was from the responsible agencies such as PNP, PIDEA. So kami po kumaga repository lang kami, then nag-publish lang po kami.
Okay. So yan yung 2017 report ay galing din doon sa previous na, ano?
Yes po, ma'am.
Thank you.
If I may, ma'am.
You submitted to us another report, no? The Presidential Communications Operations Office.
Yes po, ma'am. Yes
It's
po.
quite different from what we're asking.
Oh, okay, sir. Sir, ang understanding ko po, this is the one that we have on record. It was the one that was produced by BCS, the Bureau of Communication Services. However, I'm not aware po of another report po. I was not made aware of another report that was in existence. But that is the one we have on file.
What we are asking actually is the Duterte administration year-end report, 2017 key accomplishment.
It's my understanding, sir, that we don't have any official record of that in our database, in our data bank, sir. What we do have is the BCS published report, and I think I note, sir, that the one that you're pertaining to has data, if I may, sir, has data up to from July 1, 2016 to November 27, 2017, if I'm not mistaken.
You don't have any copy of the...
Wala po kaming official copy nun, sir. Kaya po hindi kami makapag-submit nun kasi we don't have one on file. What we do have is the BCS report, which actually shows an updated timeline, which is from July 1, 2016 to February 8, 2018.
May I ask, you do not have that copy because it's lost, or you do not have it because nobody...
Sir,
it's not part of it. Nobody turn it over to you.
Sir, ang understanding ko po is that upon checking with all official records, wala po kami on hand, and wala po din po kaming information as to where that report came from. What we have is the BCS produced one, which is the one that we submitted po.
So,
What about PNP, Mr. Chair? Tsaka PIDEA, PNP, NBI, please, nasan yung ano? Kung may panggagalingan yung 2017 report, yan ay galing din sa mga ahensya na mga ito, no? Mr. Chair, so dapat meron kayong kopya. So, PIDEA, PNP, NBI, Mr. Chair, ulitin natin yung ano, no? Mr. Chair, it was moved, na i-invite yung PCO last June, to verify the report na sinasabi ni Attorney Chel Jokno nung last hearing. So, ito po ay 2017 year-end report of the Duterte administration. And in that report, 16,355 homicide cases are under investigation. So, kung ganun po, sabi dito, July 1 to 2016 to September 30, 2017, and 3,967 drug personalities died in anti-drug operations, July 1, 2016 to November 27, 2017. So, it means marami, halos 20,000 persons were killed in the bloody war on drugs. Ngayon, minove po natin na ipatawag ang PCO para i-verify yung report na ito. Ngayon, ang sinasabi, wala silang report. Ngayon, baka merong year-end report ng 2017 or key accomplishment from the Duterte administration, ang PIDEA, ang PNP, ang NBI, Mr. Chair. Kasi institutional memory ito di ba? So dapat nung meron sila, kung nireport ito, nasa accomplishment report, no? Dapat meron kayong kopya noon. Meron kayong report nung year-end ng 2017.
Asek, meron kayo niyan.
Sir, if I may, sir, the submitted annual accomplishment report 2017 produced by BCS, sir, actually has updated figures from the report that you, I think, you asked. To note, sir, there is an increase in number of drug personalities who died in anti-drug operations, which increased from, I think, the report pertaining to was 3,967. The report we submitted has 4,021. So from, again, I note po the difference in the time frame. The report that you're asking, that which we do not have an official copy on hand or anywhere to be found, so for that matter, is July 1, 2016 to November 27, 2017. Yung report po na binigay namin, the one that we actually have a record of, the time frame or the timeline is July 1, 2016 to February 8, 2018 po. So it showed naman po that there is a change in the numbers. As to the number po of homicide under investigation, actually that one is quite significantly decreased dun sa second report, which stands, I think, at 2,388, but it's tagged now as total number of drug-related incidents, which includes homicide cases. Again, I must reiterate, sir, that again, at times we might hindi po talaga namin ma-source yung ina-allude nyo na accomplishment report, but this is the one we have officially on file, sir.
Mr. Chair, pwedeng pasagot ng PIDEA at saka NBI at saka PNP.
Mr. Chairman, based on what I gathered from my staff from the operations, the Plans and Operations Service, there was a publication or there was a posting by the PCO covering the period July 1st, 2016 to November 27, 2017. I have it in the laptop a copy of that posting, wherein it is these figures are data came about because of the coordination by the PNP, PIDEA, the NBI, and the Bureau of Department of Finance, the Bureau of Customs. Consistent po yung nandito sa website with the page of the 2017 report that you're referring to, ma'am. And isa po yung figures, the same.
Mr. Chair, i-submit na lang ng PIDEA yon. PNP, may kopya kayo nito?
We don't have, Mr. Mr. Chair,
Yung sa key accomplishments ng 2017.
of that PCO announcement we don't have, Mr. Chair.
Yung NBI po.
Good evening, Mr. Chair, and to the honorable members of the committee. During the last meeting on June 5, the law enforcement agencies, including the NBI, were required to submit a copy of the report submitted before the PCO kung paano po sila nag-come up sa figure na there were 3,967 drug personalities who died during the anti-drug operations for the period July 1, 2016 to November 27, 2017. On the part of the NBI, we required relevant offices to submit a copy of any report submitted before the PCO regarding the data. And we have gathered that during the relevant period, there were no killings during legitimate drug operations of the NBI. Kaya wala po kaming nasubmit na report.
Mr. Chair, ano ibig sabihin? Walang
Magandang balita ang hatid namin sa inyo ngayong araw. Sa pagtatapos ng aming balitaan, nagbigay kami ng mga mahalagang impormasyon. Maraming salamat sa pagtutok at pagsuporta sa aming programa. Huwag kalimutang manatili sa mga susunod na araw para sa mga bagong balita at mga kwento na dapat nating abangan. Mula sa Boses ng Masa, magandang araw, Pilipinas!